All right, this is the brother Aisha Yar coming back at you with another lesson. First off, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is truth from. Honors to all of you brothers and elders out there pushing this truth through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And salutations and shalom to the Akwath that's listening and learning. Today, I want to get into a topic talking about this lady from RT.com. Basically, you can see it right here. It says, "How to want to return to normal when this is all over. Normal is shit." And it is. Because when you wake up to the way the world is, the way the world is operated and everything, man, you don't want to go back to that, because nothing is normal. You know, you got to fake talk with people all the time. The job world is a hustle. You know, it brings your demeanor down every day. People really don't want to interact with each other. They just do it just because, you know, they don't have a choice. This world is polluted. Just not talking about air, but it's polluted with all kind of philosophies and garbage. The food is fake. You know, you got Satanists in the world. You know, the Illuminati exists. The COVID is happening, which is Esau's doing. You know, it's just a lot of things that's just not normal with this world, and you shouldn't want to be a part of. And the things that she was saying in this article was true. And you know, and I'm just gonna back that up with a couple of scriptures. We'll see. We'll get through all of them, but yeah, what she was saying through this whole thing is true. You shouldn't actually, according to the scriptures, you shouldn't want this world to go back to normal. Because that means you want this world to go back to normal. That means you want to continue living in this society. But if you're in your right mind, you will want this world to go down as quick as possible. Because the elect and the ones that's woke, they know what's coming after this, which is the kingdom. And that's what we want, our true rest, where a life won't be shit. You can live normal and actually feel normal. You don't have to put on that fake ass mask every day. So I'm just gonna read a little bit of this article right here. I'm not gonna read all of it because it's pretty long, but I'll just read just a little bit of it. It says, "The problem for most working class Brysons is that life in the BC before COVID made me think of AD and everything. But anyway, era was, to quote the philosopher Thomas Hobbes, generally nasty, brutish, and short. The AC after COVID era has got to be made better. As we take our first baby steps out of lockdown, I feel more apprehensive and fearful now than I did 8 weeks ago. Back then, the message was clear: stay at home, stay safe. It's much, much more opaque now. I have been privileged in that I have been able to stay at home on full pay. I could do my job as a lecturer from there. I miss my students and my colleagues, even though the rough and tumble of the education process. But virtual academia is different. The normal process of having new ideas and being able to critically think through arguments with other people in person is totally lost online, where there's only good and bad or right and wrong, and the gray areas of critical thinking are purposefully misrepresented as everything and nothing. But my apprehension now is being caused by some critical thinking about our futures after our pandemic panic is finally over, whenever that will be." Right. Whenever that will be. It ain't going to be over. It's going to get worse. But anyway, am I able to make a case for things to go back to normal? Was life before COVID-19 really that good? My normal for most of my life has been about struggle and hardship, working in crap jobs for exploitative bosses to pay off rent or mortgage or fictional national debt. Fictional national debt, because this money is fake. That's why they call it Federal Reserve notes. It's reserve paper. It's not real money. Real money is gold and silver. And it's not going to be the cryptocurrency either. No Bitcoin. That's not real money. That's just leading into the digital dollar, which is going to be in the RFID chips, which talks about in Revelation, which all of Israel is not supposed to take, by the way. All of Israel. It's a command that all of Israel is not supposed to take it. Even though we already know majority of Jacob is going to take it. Only the elect is not going to take that ship. But the Most High still said that you're not supposed to take that chip. But anyway, that's where your money and your whole life is going to go on that RFID chip. But anyway, it says, or fictional national debt. This is the everyday crappy experience for members of the working class. Most of us wanted somewhere safe to live that we can afford and be comfortable in, and to do a decent day's work for decent money. What most of us crave is a full and creative life with the time to be curious. We want safe communities where there are no homeless people sleeping on our streets who we pass on our way to a job that we don't want to do. Where we have to force ourselves not to see them, to not think about them, because those worries will pile on top of the fear of being late for work and having the stress of some petty manager being off with you all day because the daily target for a faceless business you don't care about may not be met. And all of this so we can earn just enough, if we are lucky, to not end up on the street with the people we can't bring ourselves to look at. Woo! That just said a lot. That just said a lot. Y'all want to go back to normal though, just so y'all can go get your hair cut, go to the bar, go to the club, go out to the beaches, have so-called feasts and gatherings or whatever the case may be. You know, just like we see in all these videos of one video of the Jake being piled up in a room smoking with the mask on. Like I said in another video, got the mask on and y'all have it smoking and everything. So pretty much you really trying to commit suicide. You already can't breathe and now you polluting the room. Then you got other areas of people going to the parks and everything, riding bikes, having bonfires and everything like that, piling up in front of stores as soon as they open, you know. And this is supposed to be in a time where you can possibly die because of a virus that's out here. But you could tell just from those scenes right there, you could tell what people's minds are at. They don't care, man. This is their so-called freedom. She's telling you right here, the majority of our days is what? Work, slavery, not being appreciated for what you do on a daily basis, dealing with people, dealing with 2/3, dealing with Esau, dealing with these other nations. Like she said right here, not getting paid enough, working all kind of hours and still struggling. You know, you see homeless people, you know, you know, it is a tough thing, you know, to look at, so to speak. You know, you see homeless people on the street or whatever, because, you know, they're homeless. They don't have anything for themselves. They can't take care of themselves, and they just looking for a miracle to happen, you know. But those curses are reversing, though, you know, because there's a lot of these Edomites, so-called white people, that's out here homeless now. And, you know, they probably looking at their own people like, damn, they homeless. They probably want to do something about it, but, hey, they already made it. They not finna help you out. So if they don't even want to help their own people out, what makes you think they want to help us out? They don't, and they keep showing it every day. But anyway, they say a target for a faceless business, right? Because these businesses don't care about you, and these businesses ain't nothing anyway, man. You know, you look at these logos and everything, man. There's a lot of child play. You really look at these names that they name these restaurants and these stores. They always try to make it seem so happy. So then when you walk in these places, you just have a certain spirit on you. But then, you know, you eat the food or you go to certain places and everything, they actually killing you. Because like I said, the food is not real. You know, people don't, you know, you can't even go in certain restaurants. If you want like a steak or something, you can't. Certain restaurants won't even cook that steak past rare or medium rare. They find it offensive. And the scriptures tell you otherwise, but that's going to something else. But we're going to finish the rest of this. It says that is the reality of quote unquote normal, where everything has been devalued to its lowest denominator. It's cold, hard economic value of cash. Yes, devalued, because our society demands that everything has only a cash figure. Therefore, normal is always framed by the middle classes because they have power and language and education and, yes, money, which allows what appears normal to them to be considered normal for everyone. If you are a working class, you don't get to frame your interpretation of normal. Normal sits in the middle and becomes mediocre, never radical or challenging. That normal works for the middle classes because it's theirs. Most of them are living their lives today the same way they were 8 weeks ago before COVID struck. Many are existing in even more comfortable contentedness than usual. Yeah, because when these things happen, it's like they happening now. Who did this hit the most? The poor people. They the ones that got laid off. All of the waitresses, all of the servers, all of the people that cook, all of the people that was cashiers in these retail stores and everything like that. All of the lower class people is the ones that got hit. They're the ones that's making the unemployment rate number go up, not the rich people. That's why you be seeing certain memes and everything like that. They be like, there's a certain meme that's been going around where it's a man and a woman, they texting each other, and they always make a joke about whatever the text is. They had one where it was like the male texted the woman, and he was like, I got my stimulus check. And what her response was, wait, so you make less than $70,000 a year? And treated his ass. Left him alone, basically, like, hold on, I don't want to deal with you no more. Showing you that the people that make that much money or more, just like he's saying right here, this don't mean nothing to them. Just like, you know, so-called celebrities and everything like that. They living good, man. Because they got money. They can go anywhere and still do things. They don't have to worry about, you know, bills or anything like that too much. They think life is normal when life is not normal. It's going to start with the lower class. And, hey, all of you people in these so-called rich houses and everything like that, your time is coming too. Because your house is going to get raided. It's going to get raided by martial law and regular people. Because these people that's not working, and as this continues to happen, which it will, this place is going to continue to go lower and lower and lower and lower and lower till the people are starting to get desperate. They're going to start breaking into your house. And they're going to start robbing you and taking your stuff, kidnapping your kids, kidnapping you, doing whatever they can so they can survive. So all of your so-called valuable things, it ain't going to be nothing soon. Okay? Okay, I'm going to read these last two paragraphs. It says, I hate this mediocre position. It speaks to me of having no aspiration to challenge, to think differently, to shake things up. It is the thought process and actions of the middle class who see no benefit in change because they are doing okay. For the working class, these narratives of the middle of being mediocre do not work for us because we start from a position of disadvantage, and our narrative around success starts with change. Because who we are is never good enough. We are instead told and taught to aspire to join the ranks of the middle class and achieve the things its members take as theirs. Property, profits, expensive wine, insider knowledge of which brand of gem makes them a better person. They should have put quote unquote better person right here too, but because she just pretty much just said right here, look at the expensive wine. That's a clue right there. Wine, you know, makes you look like it depends on what wine you get. That's why, you know, when people be like, oh, I got the good stuff, you know, you pop the bottle open, been aging for years, you know, you can tell what type of person they are, you know, by that liquor, so to speak, you know. And what she's saying is like, yeah, all of these people that's on top is looking at the people at the bottom like, it's okay, work hard, you can be like us. But what you gonna work hard with when there's nothing to work for? And that's where it's coming to. That's where it's going to come to. The unemployment rate going to keep rising. And sooner or later, this famine will become in full play. And this is going to be a scary world out here soon. It's going to be a very, very scary world out here soon. People going to wake up to this system. People going to wake up to the bullshit. People already are. But once it actually hits their front door, there's going to be a different story. It ain't going to be no more, let's go to the bar. Let's go to the club. Let's go hang out. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. It's going to be straight up survival. And by then, and as soon as that happens, it's going to be too late. If you ain't about this truth right here, then it's too late by then. Most High don't shut the doors of repentance. He's going to shut the doors to all you 2/3. He ain't even open the doors to you other nations, especially you, Esau. You don't have no type of prayer. You can't even pray to him. He hates you. So, hey, it's just over you regardless. But Hey, what she was saying in this whole thing, like I said, if you want to, you can go to it. Just go to RT.com and look up this. I don't want to return to normal when this is all over. Normal as shit. And she's saying a lot. And so I'm just gonna go straight into the scriptures because she brung it out. And we're just gonna bring up some scriptures to back that up. So this is Lamentations 4 and 5. It say, "They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. They that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghills." Didn't she say this life was shit? The people that's on top with the expensive wine, the ones that are brought up in scarlet, ain't that rich material? Feed delicately. Delicate means easy. Ain't they not living a easy life? Their easy life are about to become desolate in the streets because they're about to have nothing. The Most High about to bring this place down. This so-called American system, or just America period, is a dunghill. Like she said, it's shit. Hey, that's just plain to the. You ain't even got to break that down. That's just straight to the point. All right, so we're gonna go to Zephaniah 1 and 17, and it says, "I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung." He said I was going to bring distress upon men. Men are going to be beyond stressed on once this place start going down. They shall walk like blind men. Yeah, because everybody's eyes are closed. Everybody are still in the matrix. Their eyes are not open to this world. And they don't even have to be this truth. Their eyes are not open to even to Esau bullshit. People still over here going out, you know what I'm saying, getting ready for holidays and all kind of shit, man. That's being blind, man. You got to wake up. Like, literally, it's posed. Like, you got your own Edomites out here trying to warn other people that this place only has, like, a few months. Maybe even less than that. Because things are happening fast. Real fast. Like Apostle Tahar said, this is the year of prophecy. 2020 is the year of prophecy. It's going down this year, man. If we make it to next year is going to be it. But that's going, and the way it's looking, it don't look like we're going to make it. It's only May. We got, what, 8 more months left in this year. But hey, you know, we don't know the time. The Most High might start bringing this down tomorrow. You just got to keep that faith and that fear. Like I keep saying, keep faith and fear. Both of those go hand in hand. If you follow both of those and you do it sincerely, the Most High can have mercy on you. So we're going to go to the next one, Isaiah 13 and 11. And it says, "I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." These are what these people are. These top rich people, you know, the elite, your so-called upper class. Are they not arrogant people? Haughtiness? Are they not people that looks down on you? Every time you walk past them or speak to them and everything, they give you the fake smile. You know, they know certain people deserve to be paid more, but they don't do it. They tell you, like she said in the article, they tell you, oh, just work hard and you can be like one of us one day, but they know in the back of their mind, they don't give a fuck about you. They know you're not going to make it. Is that not being arrogant? He said he's going to bring the arrogant, he's going to make the arrogant of the arrogancy of the proud to cease. Cease. Stop. So that's what he's getting ready to do. He's getting ready to stop these so-called top people, which the majority of them are Edomites. And these other nations too, because these other nations on top too, China over here trying to become the next big, the next top power. But what they don't realize is, hey, once Esau goes down, there will be no more of you heathens ruling again. It's our turn. We got next. And once we got next, hey, all of you nations are gonna realize what true rulership means. It ain't gonna be easy either, because hey, all of you nations got a lot to pay for. So we're gonna go to the next one. Matthew, let's go, 7. Should I start? I'll just get to the point. Matthew 18:7. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come, but woe to that man who the offenses cometh. Let's look up that word offenses real fast. It says a trap, snare, an impediment placed in the way and causing one to stumble or fall, a stumbling block causing one to stumble or fall, occasion of stumbling, rock, which is a cause of stumbling, who's applied to whose person and career was so contrary to expectation of the Jews, and trapped, pretty much, trapped, causing to fall, stumble. That's what he does. That's what Esau does. He causes you to go fall astray for what you supposed to, how you're supposed to be living. He causes you to fall all the time, all the time. He never gives you a chance. He might say he give you a chance. You go to a job and get a raise or whatever. It's not a lot, you know. You get like, man, like the last job I was working at, it give you 20 cent, 18 cent raise every year. And they'll start you off at like $10, $11. And people out here got kids and everything. That's nothing, man. That's nothing at all. So we're going to go to the next one. Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High Yahweh, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that is good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. So yeah, just like she said, she didn't want things to go back to normal, and you shouldn't either. It says, and be not conformed to this world, by the renewing, and be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So once you wake up, you're supposed to only follow the Most High in his ways. You're supposed to rehearse the righteous acts. Do what you're supposed to do on a daily basis and not fall off. You know, you're supposed to keep that faith and try to seek this daily bread as much as you can. Pray every day, fast as much as you can. You know, try not to get back into the ways of this world, because the ways of this world has nothing for you. So let's go to the next one. I think we're just going to, well, yeah, that's all right. Let's go to 1:26. I'll just start at 26. It say, For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But the Most High chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And the Most High chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And base things of the world and things which are despised had the Most High chosen, yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence. But of him are ye in Yahushua HaMashiach, who of the Most High is made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption, that according as it is written, he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. Glory in the Lord. Because it says right here in verse 27, the foolish things of the world confound the wise, and the weak things of the world confound the wise. All of the pleasures of this world will make you fall backwards, will make you have step backwards. It won't make you move forward. You know, all of the things that so-called fun, or the things that gives you pleasure, the things that makes you feel relaxed, it's not expedient. That's not the word I'm looking for. It's not I don't want to say good for you either. I mean, it's not good for you. The things of this world are not good for you, but these things won't make you, help you move forward pretty much. You know, all it's gonna do is just make you fall back to the way you were, which you don't want to be. You want to be renewed in your mind, and you want to stay like that. And it's a beautiful thing to stay like that, because you walk around and you look at people and you just look at them and you just feel it in your spirit now. You just be like, man, like, look at the way they act. Look at the way they speak to each other. You know, small things. Look at the way they drive. There's not a lot of good drivers out here. You know, you just be like, man, you just be happy that the Most High brought you into this light. You got to keep that light in your spirit. So we're going to get two more scriptures. Isaiah 2:12. It say, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. So all of the proud and lofty, all of you people that love this place, all of you people that uplift this place, all of you people that's been successful in this place, and you don't want to give up your success or whatever because you don't want to bite the hand that fed you, which is Esau. You know, you just want this place to keep going. You want to make sure that you reach your goals and everything like that. It says right here, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. So if you want to have high stature in this society, hey, it's going to be even, I ain't going to say even more hell for you, but it's just going to feel like complete hell for you. I done seen so many movies or shows or just ran into actual people that has a lot, man. For example, the movie with Jim Carrey, I think it's called Dick and Jane. They pretty much they showed you that in that movie. They were at a high stature. Even though that movie was, you know, it's supposed to be a comedy, so some of the things in that didn't make sense. But the things that they were showing you was when they were brought low, when he lost his job and she couldn't they couldn't receive the money and live the lifestyle that they usually did, they started panicking because they were used to living that luxurious life. They over here had a house where it was worth $60,000 to $70,000. They could have got that, but they didn't want to move to a lower class neighborhood. A lot of these rich people out here, man, they used to living that lifestyle, man. They don't want to be bought low. They want to keep moving forward. They want to keep building on their empire, so to speak. But this is the end. It's no more building up. It's only time to throw down. So we're going to get this last one. Hebrews 11:24. It says, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Yahushua HaMashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respected to the recompense of the reward. But by faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured at seeing him who is invisible. So it's telling you right here, Moses chose the Most High over the pleasures of this world, over the pleasures of Egypt. America is modern day Egypt. He didn't want the rewards of this world. He didn't want the great riches of Egypt. And we shouldn't want the great riches of America. We don't want this your fucking money. We can care less. We'll go out and do our regular job every day, and we'll pray to the Most High that he'll guide us and feed us until we get out of here. That's all. That's all we want. It says, as seeing him who is invisible. Who is invisible? The Most High. We can't see the Most High, but we seek him and Yahushua. We would rather suffer in this world than enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, because that's all this place is. It's just a season. What does a season do? A season comes and go. It changes. It doesn't last long. And that's all this is. Pleasures of sin for a season, because everything that you think of that's fun in this world is sin. It's not doing anything righteous. What's righteous about going to the club and stealing somebody's wife? Because you already know she's with somebody. You already know she's with somebody. Just because she's there, she might even tell you. You'll still, all right, well, it don't matter. Hey, he not here. We are. Or I am. Everything that this place teaches you goes completely against the Most High. Everything. So yes, just like the lady said in the article, this world is shit. We should not want this to go back to normal. We should want this to continue. We should want this to finally be over with. Hey, hurry up and bring the nukes, man. Hurry up and bring martial law. Hurry up and take down these people. Hurry up and bring the famine. Hurry up and bring the vaccine. Bring the chip. Do your thing so we can get out of here, and then we can take you over and show you what true rulership is. Show you what true real slavery is. Because that's all, Esau, that's all you got coming, man. That's all you have coming. That's why you taking so long to bring this place down, because you already know as soon as you give that snap of a finger, soon as you give that power, as soon as you give that point of the finger, and you just be like, all right, do what you got to do, you already know that's your ass. You already know the Most High is going to blow that trumpet, and this place is going down. And it's going to go down quick. And we going to round you up, and that's going to be the beginning of your sorrow forever. That's it. So I'm just going to read, I'm going to close. I'm just going to read this one more time. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction. That's what we got to do. Suffer affliction. We got to suffer, man. Endure in our suffering. Endure in our in the grievousness. Endure in the downfall of your spirit, so to speak. Hey, if it's not a good day, if somebody piss you off, hey, is that not part of being suffered in the affliction? We got to endure through that. With the people of the Most High. You got to talk. You got to be around brothers. Be around people like-minded. You can't be around these other people, because if you keep being around these other people, what's going to happen? You will enjoy those pleasures of sin for a season, and it's not the time to do that. So then, to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Yahushua HaMashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. But by faith, he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. He went by faith. He didn't fear the king. We shouldn't fear martial law. We shouldn't fear the famine. We shouldn't fear the things that we already know is going to happen. He lived by faith. You live by faith, and you live by the word of the Most High. You be sincere about it. The Most High will guide you. So, and that's the point, man. So pretty much, yeah, this world is bullshit, and will continue to be bullshit. And when this bullshit go down, it's going to be over with, man. It's going to be a beautiful thing. So with that, man, I'm going to end it right there. I'm going to say, call halal, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to all you brothers and elders out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. Salutations and shalom to the Akwat that's listening. And Lord willing, I'll be back with another lesson. Shalom.